There aren't many certainties in life. Taxes and death, unfortunately, being the two main ones. But there is one other. And that's the response you get when you tell someone you drive an Alfa Romeo. Oh my god, you mean you drive it? It actually drives? You mean it doesn't actually spend most of its time in a garage being fixed? And to be fair, they've got a point. Unfortunately, most Alfas do spend their time in garages being fixed. Alfa Romeo have not covered themselves in glory with this one, and stories of their unreliability are legion. Of course, the consequences of all that unreliability are that they're really rather cheap to buy second hand, which is where I came in. Because when there's something cheap to be had, I'll be there. And that's why I bought this one. A 156. It's 15 years old and it's got 160,000 miles on the clock. An act of pure madness, you would think. And indeed it was rather an eBay punt. But at £260, I just couldn't resist. Now I've got to say, this car has really changed my attitude towards the whole concept of Alfa Romeo ownership. No, I should say at this point, it's not my first Alfa Romeo. I did buy another one, a 156, for exactly the same amount that I bought this one a couple of years ago. And I drove it across Europe with some mates who also bought some cars for the journey. And it made it to Croatia, which is more than the other two cars did. Watch this video if you want to see that. So here we are at Dover. Let's get our first glimpse of the Alps.
Wheels that should have bits of rubber around them apparently.
But I never really warmed to that one. It was a twin spark, 2-litre twin spark, and it was really quite gutless. And also, the handling just didn't feel right, particularly in the wet, very skittish. And yeah, as I said, I just never fell in love with it. I ended up giving it away to a rather surprised hotel receptionist in Croatia. Now this 156, on the other hand, is the diesel 2.4 JTD, the 5-potter. And I have to say, I absolutely love it. Possibly my most favourite car ever. And it too has been to Europe, but this time I brought it back because I liked it so much. In fact, I did over 3,000 miles in the space of 2 weeks, and it didn't miss a beat. So suck on that, ye Alfa Romeo naysayers. So how could I have such a different reaction to what on the face of it is the same car? Well, I would say it's all in the engine. To start with, the 2.4 diesel offers plenty of low-down grunt, a nice gruff exhaust note, and decent economy. But mainly it's the handling, which is just so much better, which I'm guessing is down to the fact that the suspension has been beefed up to take the extra weight of the 5-pot engine. And the upshot of this is lots of fun in the corners. I would also like to mention, while I'm at it, is the gearbox on this car. It's really lovely and sweet. It snicks between the gears, got a really lovely precise little... Very nice. So, it has to be said, not all Alfas are equal. No, some are greater than others. Especially the 2.4 JTD does seem to be the one to buy. Yes, I know what you're going to say. I'm forgetting all about the V6 GTA, but those cars are already fetching really quite a lot of money. I'm looking at sort of cheap, affordable motors here. So, is it all good news? Well, sadly, no. This is an Alfa Romeo we're talking about after all, and it of course does have its issues. Foremost of those is the car's liking for eating its front suspension bushes. It does go through them rather regularly. Some are cheap and easy to fix, some are not. Also, although the engine does make a lovely gruff noise, and it's fun when you want it to be on the motorways, if you just want to be cruising along and get home nice and quietly and easily, it's not the most refined. One area though where actually so far it's been pretty well behaved, and that's the electrics. Yes, be surprised. Nothing wrong. Mind you, Alfa Romeo have been quite sneaky on that front, because they haven't actually included very much in the way of electrics. So there you go, very sneaky one of Alfa Romeo, yeah. If you don't want your electrics to break down, don't actually include any. But what it does have is plenty of character, quite a bit of charm, and, dare I say it, a surprising feel of solidity about this car. I get the feeling that when Alfa Romeo started designing the 156, they were aware of a bit of an issue with the status of their marquee, so they pulled their fingers out a bit when they developed this one, and it appears they've done a reasonably good job of it, because on the whole it feels pretty good. Look, like I said, this car has got 160,000 miles on it, and I've got to say, it feels, wait for this, a bit like a BMW with 160,000 miles on the clock would feel. It feels tight and solid and like it could do another 160,000 miles. So, when you pick your jaw up, believe me, it's true. Now, it might not be true of all 156, but I would say by the time you're buying one, if you are on the cheap like I did, all the ones that have got the reliability issues will have suffered a bit of Darwinism and died out. So the ones that are left are ones that were put together pretty well, and they do go the distance, and they are good fun. Get yourself the diesel 2.4 though, frankly, if you want to have most fun. So there you go. There's my advice. Yeah, I do like my Alfa.